practice of gratitude really makes a huge difference, and it just shifts. It takes you out of that like victim mentality and into kind of a happier and more positive headspace. So what I will do, we'll see how well this goes, but I'm going to, and this is like such a funny, not a funny thing, but this is like my gratitude journal, which I have not used in a while, but I figured I would like open it and kind of look at things. So I try to get in the habit, and again, I have not done this in a while. I'm like really bad at it, but I try to get in the habit of like writing 3 to 5 things I'm grateful for every morning. And it's really interesting to go back and read these things because you can tell, like, I don't know, it's interesting to just see, the power in this room just sometimes starts to go. I don't know why. And I thought I could tap on this book while rambling as well. So it's interesting to look back at like things I wrote a few years ago, and it's kind of a fun reminder. I mean, it can literally, you'll see some of mine are like the tiniest things ever. There's so much to be grateful for. Like this cup is so freaking cute. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for the coffee in it because I had the crappiest sleep last night. But this is an interesting material. It's like fabric. And it says slow. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. When I was looking for a journal. I think I got this at Marshall's or Home Goods. And I saw this and it said slow down. I was like, that's perfect for a gratitude journal, because the idea is just like slow down and think of what you have, what you're grateful for. It's so easy to get hung up on the everyday fears. And get really, I'm a detail person, so I really get caught up in like issues and stuff. Like I have a hard time seeing the big picture, and I just get really caught up in like what is going on this month, what is my struggle today, instead of seeing the big picture of like, well, what is wrong today will be the tiniest blip in a year and won't really impact me that much. And it's so easy to get like wrapped up in that mindset, like wrapped up in your problems. Definitely a slower paced video. So, I'm actually not 100% sure what all is in here and how much content I'll be able to use, but I'm just gonna go ahead. It's crazy. So the first entry, I mean, and I would go like a year or two in between writing. Like there's been huge gaps, or like a year gap. first entry I ever wrote was February 7th, Thursday, February 7th, 2019. So I definitely I hit at this time that when I started this, I had hit a kind of a rut. This was right after I had a miscarriage, and we were trying to get pregnant, excuse me. And I felt like slightly defeated on that front. Not a ton at this point. After a few more months, I felt a little more defeated, but and I've also felt in a rut, like with my job. I was really unhappy in my job and really feeling like I couldn't manage, like, or how I just felt like I just was sucking at everything, really. And so I wanted to try to start this gratitude journal to, like, because a lot of it was literally just my mindset. Like, I was just stuck in such a negative mindset. So these are what I wrote. So my very first 5 things that I wrote on the first day, Thursday, February 7th, I wrote, the first one was, nothing is wrong with my son. In terms of like a serious health issue or chronic health issue, I think that's what I was thinking of, is like health-wise, like he's healthy. This is a huge one, especially right now with inflation. We can afford a healthy diet, and that's, like, again, something I take for granted 100%, because it's easy to say, like, oh, you know, like I'm a firm believer that diet really impacts, like, everything is intertwined, and so diet does impact health, even mental health, brain function health, and it's easy to say that, but then to put it into practice, first of all, so many people don't have the knowledge, or education, and then also, like, the access and the resources, or it's just they can't afford it. It's so freaking expensive to, like, get healthy food and stuff. So that's a huge one that I really, like, need to focus in on, and something I take for granted way too much. I am not worried about, and I put down a friend who, for years I'd been really, really worried about their mental health and, like, the outcome of their life. And to not feel that worry anymore was something, like, I was taking for granted. I was like, how many years did you pray to have a day where you didn't think about, you know, if a loved one was alive or not? And so, like, that's like the first thing I go back to when I try to be grateful, is, like, I went all day today not worrying that that person was, like, alive or not, and that's, like, huge also. Something I really take for granted. Like, it's wild how a lot of, like, it's like so many things in my life right now were things that I prayed for so long, and now I'm just, like, living with them and taking them for granted. Oh, this is funny. I wrote, breastfeeding doesn't hurt. I guess I was just, like, remembering, like, the newborn phase. And then my son goes to sleep easily. Okay, I definitely was thinking back to, like, a few years prior with the newborn phase. Like, I think my goal with this was, like, I was wanting a baby so bad and really upset about our loss. And so I was trying to take my focus to, like, appreciating my son at the age he was, which was 2 at this point, and, like, appreciating, like, okay, 2 is a good age too. Like, I don't need a newborn right now. Like, I appreciate that he sleeps and that nursing doesn't hurt anymore. And like, sometimes there's definitely a silver lining to not getting what we want when we want it, or ever, it depends. The next morning I wrote, my son stayed asleep this morning, so I just meant, like, I had we only think, like, when we're sick, we think about, like, how badly we wish we weren't sick. And then when we're not sick, we, like, don't even think about it. Like, oh, I'm not nauseous right now, or I don't have a sore throat right now, or I wish I would, like, reflect on that more often. Sunday, February 10th. I'm not hungover. I had fun with my friend. Oh, my friend came over and we drank wine, I think. And I woke up feeling fine. Like, I woke up feeling fine. And so my thought was, I could not feel fine. There's been times when I don't feel fine and I feel hungover. So I was grateful that I felt not hungover and fine. And I had fun with my friend. Even though it's cold, it's sunny, 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 sunny. I am very picky when it comes to weather. So for me to say this, like, oh, at least it's sunny, I think is good. I'm not rushing this morning. Another thing that we, like, get so upset when we're feeling rushed, but then we, like, don't really stop and think when we're not rushed of, like, oh, this is nice. My son is quietly playing right now. For any of my moms that have kids under 1, especially only children, you can probably resonate with that, of, like, just feeling like you're 24/7 watching the kid. And when they start to play by themselves, if they get to that point, it's like a world of a difference. I'm trying to tap a little more too. I feel well and mostly healthy. I did my hair, makeup, and listened to a podcast. The snow is pretty and not dirty yet. This next one, I think it's okay to say. Again, I'm trying to shift my head into, like, appreciating my son's age at 2 and not, like, trying to wish it away and wish for another baby and wish for the newborn stage, and just, like, really appreciate what I have in the moment. And so one of them is, like, not worrying. There's concerns that every mom has with newborns, and so not having those concerns, like sleeping concerns, one of these days, my son stayed asleep. I painted my nails and edited yesterday. I don't know if I meant ASMR videos or, like, a mommy video. I made, like, 3 mommy videos total and then stopped. My third, 1, 2, 3, my third grateful thing is bacon. Bacon, 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 bacon. Oh, I love this. So this is on Valentine's Day, the night before Valentine's Day. In the middle of work, for some reason, like, they had a local place that had snowboarding, had, like, a discount, like half off or buy one get one free lift tickets or something like that. And spontaneously, I was just like, I texted my mom and was like, hey, if I dropped my son off, like, could we go on a date tonight and go do that? And she said, yeah, sure. So that's my second thing. My mom is close by and always willing to watch my son. And then I said I had a wonderful time with my husband snowboarding, so that was, like, our Valentine's date, I guess. It was, like, a super spontaneous date, and it just made me feel so happy, because I love spontaneous. I love planning too. If you know anything about the Enneagram, I'm a 7-wing 6, so, like, I love both, like, spontaneous fun events, but also I'm, like, such a planner. And then I said my dad always has a good perspective and is positive. I don't know if I had talked to my dad that day, or if I just, like, randomly waste my jewelry. No, I'm just putting little accomplishments. That's so funny. But like, it was something I felt grateful for. Like, I don't know. We have two cars. One, two. Oops, two cars. I feel like it's easy to take that for granted because so many people do. We've actually been thinking about getting rid of one and going down to one car. So that's funny that I'm reading this now because I'm like, yeah, I should be grateful for two cars. I got to do yoga. We got to go on a date night. This is interesting. I feel sick, but I'm grateful that I don't feel sicker. So that's kind of interesting. A lot of times I've been putting in here like, my son is so dang cute. Or like the way he talks is adorable. I get extra one-on-one time with my son. I don't feel tired. That is something that I feel like everyone takes for granted, is when you're not tired. Because everybody's always like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And so to acknowledge when you feel energy and you don't feel tired, yeah. That's like huge, I think. I'm really enjoying my coffee. My son was good on the plane. He slept in. I think I gave up Instagram for Lent, and so I said I'm enjoying being off of work and off of Instagram because we were traveling, so it was like a vacation, and I was like off of social media, and it felt really good, really good, really good. I do not have any chronic illness. And then my family does not have any chronic issues or chronic illnesses. I had Mexican food after craving it for months. I enjoy my morning coffee. I meal prepped this week. I found motivation at work with 2 exclamation points. I'm telling you, I just had been drained in every aspect of my life at this point, and so I was starting to and I really felt like this helped, like doing a morning gratitude. Granted, I miss days in between. This is not like every single day is straight. I love waking up after the sun. It's been so warm lately. I appreciate when it's warm and sunny. Ooh. We walked to the park and Dunkin' Donuts. I'm grateful it was sunny. I'm grateful for where we live. We had a friend that lost their wallet when we were together, and he found it that night. So I'm grateful for that he found his wallet. And then, my son has been talking so much. I have one about being grateful for a few coworkers who were super helpful. The sky was very pretty this morning. I'm enjoying not being pregnant. So that was May 23rd. And I think it's really cool to see that because I had wanted to be pregnant so bad and I couldn't stop thinking about it. and it was like obsessive. It's so easy to get that way. And then the next entry is like 2 weeks later, I'm pregnant. So I actually was pregnant. When I wrote that, I was just so early that I had no symptoms. It was before my missed period. It's crazy how sometimes, like, you do find an inner peace about something and then it happens immediately. Grateful. I am calm despite not knowing if the pregnancy is viable. They kind of made me think that we lost another pregnancy. Kind of. They did make me think that, but they just didn't understand test results. Anyways. But I feel like having that practice of gratitude really helped me kind of stay calm through it. I don't know. I'm so grateful to be pregnant. I love our insurance. Again, very applicable because we no longer have we have health insurance, but it sucks that we pay for it privately by ourselves. And we used to have cream of the crop insurance, better than anything ever. And so I was always very grateful for that, especially now that we don't have it anymore. I'm grateful for my family's health. I have supportive parents. I'm grateful to feel the baby's kicks. I do remember being grateful for any symptoms I had, even like the nausea and stuff, just because like it's just a reminder, like I'm grateful that means that I was pregnant. Okay, this is funny. So then I went from right before I had my baby to May, 3 months later. I'm grateful for wine. I'm grateful for the boy's health. I'm grateful the baby is a happy baby. I'm grateful that the baby nurses. I'm grateful that my older son will randomly hug and kiss me and say, I love you. And then I did not write anything else for another, like 11 months. And I put, I'm grateful for my husband a million times, my husband. The kids are easy. Oh, this is March 27th, 2021. So this is like a year and a half ago. 100 subs on my ASMR channel. I'm grateful for my health and for the state we live in, for being able to move. So these are starting to get like more distant, where I don't really have a lot of what I write. I'm grateful to be alive. It's nice to read that because sometimes you just don't feel that way. Our house is small and manageable, so that I like that because it's kind of, I could be irritated that it's small, and I sometimes am. But the silver lining is that it's manageable. I mean, and it is, like, it's so fast to clean. That's what I mean. I feel like you can kind of take not any, but you can take a lot of negative thoughts and shift them around to, like, something to be grateful for. And I love that. I love that. I love that. I'm grateful for crisp air. Crisp air. I'm grateful for no period. I've had 5 periods over the last 6.5 years. no sense to pay for daycare, but they want to work, like they want that for whatever reason they have. And I have my reasons for why I enjoy working, and I'm grateful that I get to choose it. I'm grateful that I get that option. Anything where like you have a choice, I feel like is something to be grateful for. I'm grateful for clean air, clean air, clean air. The sun. I'm grateful I get to travel. I'm grateful for not being sick. I put the sun a lot. Oh wait, now this is August this year. I'm grateful for a healthy pregnancy. I'm grateful for king bed. We co-sleep, and so the king bed makes a huge difference, guys. Something to be very... Oh no. Sorry, I just got a message and I'm nervous to read it. Okay. I'm grateful when I have the windows open. That's actually the last time I wrote in this, which is crazy. So this is November, obviously, and the last entry was August 19th. And then I used a little bit of this book for journaling, for like a self-help book I was doing. So I'm not gonna read all that, but I just turned the page, and what part of my journal entry was, I am grateful for an opportunity to create change in my life. This past year has been difficult. Just my hormones they're not good or nice to me when I'm pregnant, and it is exciting to think of the fact that we have control over our mental, like not our mental health, but like our mentality and our mind shift and our changes. And I understand it's not that easy always. Sometimes there's more serious issues at hand that need to be dealt with, but a lot of the time when we're in a rut, or it's more just blue or down, it can be solved by just shifting our mindset and being grateful, and down to just a roof over our head. I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for food in my fridge, for gas in my car, for clothes on my body. And we want to be in fight or flight mode because that's how our ancestors were. But for the majority of us, that isn't life, and we get hung up on what we can make a fight or flight mode, like work stress, parent stress, kid stress, friend stress. And if we were to really break down all of our worries and stresses, how many of them are actually valid or rational compared to just having like our basic necessities met? So I'm grateful for a lot this year, and I hope that you are able to find gratitude in even just the little things.